Turns out I have COVID. Hello and welcome to the Evie Knits podcast. Thank you for being here. My name is Emily. I am the maker of everything you see here at Evie Knits, mainly knitting, but a little bit of crochet, sometimes a little watercolor. I've done embroidery thrown in, but I have a feeling this video, so it's a vlog about my making throughout the second half of June. If you want to see the first half, just check out the last video. And it's gonna be a lot of summer hats, I think. Exhibit A, I finished the red bucket hat that I was working on in the last video, and I love it. So I will dive in with more details about this and the last bucket hat I made and all the ideas I have for the ones coming up. And if I work on anything else, I will of course keep you informed about that as well. So welcome, thank you for being here. If I didn't say it already, I live in Orlando, Florida, so it is at the peak of heat right now. In June, it is like 100 degrees, feels like every day, humidity 90 to 100%, so it's really hot out there. So I'm just indulging in all the summer makes that I can. So a few details about this hat. This is the same pattern as this, but this is a larger size with a few modifications. I ultimately just knit more, like I knit more rounds in the brim before decreasing. I also knit an extra inch in the body here, just to make it larger, because I really feel like this one is nice. I just don't see it, like, the brim's not that much. I don't really see it protecting me from the sun that well. I could be wrong. And I also knew, like I said last time, I wanted a bolder color. So I achieved that, excuse my hair, with this. It's definitely larger. The brim is wider, which I love. I love the color. For my next one, I might even try and make the brim a little bit bigger. We'll see. And also these decreases, I'm going to try and do them more gradually so that it's not just all bunched up here at the top. So those are my plans for my next one. This is all of my cotton and mostly cotton yarn. These are cottons, and then these ones, which is this hat, is a cotton polyester blend. I think my next one is going to have a white edging here, and it's going to be blue, is what I'm thinking. And then, like I said, I still want a really scrappy one. And then I also have another hat I want to make. Last year I started these. There's a hat that I saw on Anthropology, a sun hat that's like flowers. So I only have 2 so far, but I want to make a few more. So these will be around the hat, and this will be more like a sun hat, like these ones. And today I am here to announce my first ever make-along that I am hosting, and hope 1 or 2 or more of you will be willing to join me in making summer hats. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know I'm basically obsessed. I have so many ideas, and maybe it would be more appropriate to be making this video outside, but we're next to a window at least. Anyway, that's a complete aside. I'm here to talk about the summer hats make-along. So I cast on a new bucket hat. It has this white brim, and the rest is going to be blue. This is the same yarn, the You Wool and the Gang New Wave yarn. Half cotton, half recycled polyester. It's a worsted Aran weight. I'm using 4mm needles. I'm making the large size. I'm actually even making larger than the large size. I cast on 11 extra stitches to make the brim even bigger. I think that's all the specs I wanted to share with you, but so this will be a little bit of an experiment. It's even larger than my red hat, because I just really think the exaggerated brims are really fun, as long as you can still see. Oh, but also I want to tell you, so this yarn is nice, but it is heavy. It is like warm, so it's not as warm as like a wool or something if I were to go outside, or a beanie. But I mean, I went outside in this, and
after a few minutes, I went back inside and switched hats for a raffia sun hat and replaced this one because those ones are much lighter than this. This is a little bit. Now, again, I could deal, but it's not as light as the raffia hat. So, just a heads up if you were considering that, but I don't even think this yarn is available anymore unless you got it in like a D-stash. Okay, so let's talk about an update on this hat. I'm not following a pattern, but I did follow a tutorial for this flower, which I will link. So here, we'll use this hat for reference. So this flowers are going to be here, and you can see I think I have one whole extra one here, so I'll seam that together. And then we need to make the top, but I think you can see it's quite a bit taller than this. So I was thinking of making it a more structured hat, but I don't think that's going to work. And for the brim, the picture I'm replicating has flowers on the brim, but I think that's too floppy. I think I am going to, yeah, my thought is just to make this tan colored brim and make it about half as wide with some more wire in it, so it again is that very structured look that I'm kind of going for something different. So not sure if any of that explanation made sense, but it's basically just going to continue to be an experimentation of seeing if I can crochet this hat that I have in my head. Check it out, I finished the blue hat. It is, like I said earlier, basically a size larger than the large size in the pattern. It's 11 stitches larger, but then I decreased here to the large size, and the decreases follow the large size, but just like my previous one, they bunch up at the top. So that's something I want to work on in my next one. Again, I tried to mess with that and I just wasn't successful this time, so I finally just said, it's fine, I'm gonna deal with it, and hopefully that'll be something I tackle in the next one. Let me see, let me show you what it looks like on. So can you see? So it is a lot bigger. I do like it though. I steamed the brim again so that it stays down a little. And overall, I really like it. I also have the yarn. I have 2 balls of this white. This is my last new wave yarn that will be enough to make a full hat. So I'm going to make a white version. I don't know if I'll keep it white or if I'm thinking about dyeing it, either like ice dyeing, tie dyeing, or just I could do a solid color. We'll see, but there will be one more white bucket hat and then potentially a scrappy one, and the rest will be crochet. So I haven't started on it yet, obviously, so I'm just showing you the plain ball, but that's up next on my agenda.
Guys, I finished reading Never Have I Ever by Celeste. No, Everything I Never Told You by Celeste, and that's an accurate title. It is very good. I think I'm going to give it 3.5 or 4 stars. I actually didn't input it yet on my story graph where I track all my books, but oh man, it was good. Okay, so it's about a family, and trigger warning, it's about the death of a child. That's one of the biggest storylines of the book. It's the first sentence of the book, so if you don't want to hear about that, fast forward, and don't read the book. But it's in a family, I think it's like the 60s and 70s, and it flashes back also to some of the parts of the parents' childhood. It talks about, you know, what ultimately happened to this child and kind of where her thought processes were, and the family, and it's literally is, like I said, it's just the inside thoughts of the inner thoughts of the brother, the sister, the parents, and the daughter that dies. It's like everything that they don't want to tell each other, but they feel and they think on the inside. So I think it's a perfectly accurate title. The writing style is really interesting. It's a little bit different than what I'm used to, because it's kind of like it flashes back and forth between characters quickly. Like, I can see how it would maybe translate well to like a TV show, because it really shows you, like, sometimes it flashes so fast, it's like, okay, what's happening, but it like keeps you on your toes. But it's not like one chapter of the mom, one chapter of the dad, one chapter of the brother. It's like, while the dad was across town doing X, the son was in his room thinking about Y, and it's probably the best way to explain it. I don't know if I'm voicing that accurately. I feel like my words are kind of escaping me today, but ultimately, like I said, I think it was a good book. I would give it probably 3.75 stars, let's say. Yeah, I think we're gonna stop there before I give too much away, but it was a good one. So I recommend that one. And now I just started the I don't know, something about a cactus. I think it's gonna be like, I'm a chapter in, but I think it's gonna be like a cheesy rom-com style where, you know, the one character, in this case the female, is so uptight and she's on schedule and doesn't have time for emotions, but you know, later on her like big mold is gonna be broken and she's gonna fall in love with some guy and it's gonna be sappy probably. So just much more lighthearted, because after that book I was like, I need something not so emotional. So that's where we're at, and I'll let you know how this book goes. Hello, so I quickly wanted to share that I finished reading the Cactus, and it was okay. So I'm not going to dwell on it, because I just don't think it was my kind of book. It says fans of Eleanor Oliphant is perfectly fine, if that's how you say it, would really enjoy that book, and I've never read that book, but I probably will not be reading it if it is similar to this one, in all honesty. So I don't want to dwell on it. I don't want to be harsh, because it just wasn't for me. That's all. It was a fine book, and the writing was good. It just wasn't for me. So anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna read. I don't know what I'm reading next. I've got 2 books in mind, so I'll let you know when I start reading it.
Hey guys, so I'm editing these and I am just talking out the wazoo, and I'm making sense to myself, but I don't know if I'm going to be making sense to someone else who's not inside my brain. Furthermore, so I woke up not feeling too great, so I went and got a rapid COVID test, and I just got those back moments ago. Turns out I have COVID, so I don't know if that's jacking with my brain. I'm fully vaccinated, boosted, it's light symptoms, but maybe that's interfering with my thought process. I don't know, but sorry for all the rambling and the non-stop incessantness. So it's COVID positive day 2, and I had a little bit of a rough night. So I'm double vaccinated and I'm boosted. Pfizer vaccines and then the Moderna booster. Geez, I don't know, this is hitting me. So it's like a chest cold, but my chest is just really heavy, and especially when I sleep, even though I sleep like kind of sitting up a little, it still rests a lot in my chest and my throat. Yeah, I woke up every couple hours, but it's really nice to get outside. I'm in a private area right now, and I've got my mask in case for some reason anyone comes around, but the fresh air feels really, really good. I'm gonna sit out here and crochet a little bit. And yeah, so it's tough being in such a small apartment with 2 people, because even like if I'm just in the bedroom, the bathroom is connected to the bedroom, so my boyfriend still has to come through. If I were to be in a living room and he needs someone in the kitchen, those are attached to that. So it's not like we have a private room with a bathroom that I can just be in, or he could just be in. So he's getting a COVID test right at this moment. We'll see what that says, but right now the hot fresh air feels amazing. COVID day 3. Wow, my nose is super runny, but I did sleep better last night than I did the night before. My chest feel better, but I just took a really quick walk. There's no one around at this time. And my goodness, I feel tired and out of breath after that, so I'm just sitting here. But the fresh air, again, feels really nice rather than just being inside like I've been most of the time. So, yeah, wow. I'm surprised how much that walk took out of me. But yeah, I just have a runny nose that is not stopping. That's the update for now.
Same spot, different day. So this is day 4 of COVID, and it's definitely better than it was. Last night I slept better. I did take a Benadryl, so I don't know if that helped, but I could actually kind of sleep more laying down position than just sitting up to help with that congestion. Still like a little bit low energy, but progressing. Definitely progressing. So this is another day. We're getting outside. Feels fantastic. I'm just sitting here, and otherwise I'm cooped up in the house all day. So it's nice to get these few minutes out here. But that's today's update. Hey guys, so it is day 6 in the evening time. I'm sitting outside, getting some fresh air. I didn't give you an update yesterday. I was doing better. I'm doing better, even better today. I've still got like a little bit of congestion in my nose and chest, but nothing like it was. Just mentally, I'm feeling drained. I don't know if it's just being in the house, not really like having the option of going places, or if it's other just mental challenges and hurdles that I have, but I'm just feeling down. So I go back to work tomorrow though. I could have gone back today, but I wasn't sure if I'd be up for it, so I'm going back tomorrow. I think that's all I have to share. So update, I went back to work today. It is technically COVID day 7 for me. I was very tired by the end of the day. I'm very tired. Not like I am tired, but also my legs are just tired. So I'm just chilling. It wasn't that bad. I just wore, of course, wore a mask all day. Just following CDC recommendations right now. Following up from yesterday, I was saying I was, kind of down, and I don't usually get into all this stuff, or sometimes I do, but this is supposed to be knitting. That's what you're here for. I was feeling down mentally, and also like the Roe vs. Wade decision, overturning Roe vs. Wade, didn't help. Like, just, it sucks for anyone who can give birth. They're all birthing people, and it's very disappointing. So, yeah. I'm not going to dwell on it because I just don't have the capacity to right now in terms of like sharing about it, but I have been listening to podcasts, educating myself, trying to learn, and just do what I can. I signed up to be a poll worker here in Florida. Just feel like, make my little small part if I can. So anyway, I just wanted to follow up from what I was saying yesterday. Like, everything's fine. I just was feeling down, and it's disappointing. So alright, anyway, back to that's it. Final COVID update. I'm on day 11. I'm feeling a ton better. I'm still feeling I need more sleep than normal to like function properly, but other than that, my symptoms are gone. I'm feeling good, so hopefully I think we're in the clear now. But that's my update, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I know with COVID it was kind of like all over the place, I felt like, just because my head was not clear the last couple of weeks, or the last 10 days, but hopefully just manageable. And if you're here, you got through it all, so thank you. Have a wonderful next few weeks. I have some more videos coming out than normal. I've been excited and amped up to make some more. I've got lots of ideas for different topics other than these vlogs, so I hope you enjoy, and I hope you stick around. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful few weeks.